already hopped into the ban and protect phase. Again, the Shiva off the board right away by BL Fire. Not a weapon he wants to have to deal with when he's going up against those long-range AR battles against Clayster. Attach and FaZe still leaning more towards getting rid of the likes of, well, kinetic armor as well as active camo, as that is not something they want to have to deal with on the map. Overclock going away.
That was a given, considering that it's uplink.
Exactly.
You do not want to deal with that.
Yeah, so that is one where, you know, you ban out that overclock, stops how often these players can get specialists, will limit the amount of abilities. Will we see the overdrive ban? That is still up for grabs. Typically a very common ban, especially in uplink, and also rapid fire, as well as a high caliber still on the table. And, I mean, that's where you kind of begin to question now, because from the looks of this ban protect phase, if you take what these two teams like to go with, you think there's a chance for overdrive to make it through, but FaZe letting CLG be the ones in charge of banning that one out. Maybe we'll see tactical bans in from FaZe. Sometimes you see on a map like this, high caliber actually make it through, which typically doesn't happen too often. Zuma will go with the flashbang, so FaZe Clan still looking more towards the tacticals in favor of banning those out over.
There's high caliber, though. You know, I think FaZe basically, Clayster most importantly got baited into it. There's rapid fire too, so straight bans across the board. Now we go into a specialist draft here, and overall I think that was a smart ban and protect phase on both sides. I do like that that removal of high caliber and rapid fire at the end there. Kind of made everyone think like, are they going to go for it? Are they not going to go for it?
Exactly.
So that definitely was kind of a mind game there. Of course, if they would have gotten that high caliber, Clayster would have been in heaven. Playing those long sight lines with an M8 is fantastic. So let's see here. What are we getting now? We got Scythe, Kinetic Armor, and Annihilator for Methods. Kinetic Armor, Heatwave, and Scythe for the FaZe side.
Methods and Sender as well, both big fans of Annihilator, especially on this map. Evac, the drone spawns on up. You watch over glass from either your top laundry or from kind of the tree side of the map. You point that Annihilator, you pick up an easy 3-piece. It helps stop a push if you're by yourself, or use it as an offensive tool. You're forcing the opponents to spawn out near the kitchen side of the map. As they begin to rotate back to their base, you pick them off like sitting ducks. Will Methods have that impact, though? That remains to be seen. I don't believe we saw a Tempest make it through. So, no. So, really, the two that players have been experimenting with more, especially that Tempest over the likes of Annihilator, because that's always been more of a popular one. But the Tempest as well. I mean, we've seen what Attach can do with it on his team. One of those that you get that first kill, it takes a little bit long to charge up, but then as it keeps firing, it charges up quicker and quicker and can definitely be a lethal specialist. There's a look at FaZe in the booth. Now the series tied up 1-1.
And you said before, this is basically a best of 5 now.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this is it, right? Win 3 and move on. It's do or die time, of course, guys. In case you're just joining us and wondering, throughout Champ Bracket, it's all going to be best of 7 games, single elimination competition. Now, a lot of people actually were questioning that, and I have a theory and a saying when it comes to best of 7s. If you can't put them away in 4, chances are you probably weren't going to put them away in the losers bracket anyway. That's the kind of thing you have to keep in mind, right? Like, you have 4 games to win here. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough on each side, but it's do or die time
for sure.
Both of these teams. And
I think as a series continues to go on, I'm wondering how the ban and protect phase will be kind of adjusted, right? We've seen how teams, as time goes on, they realize, okay, you know what? Maybe FaZe go BL fires XR2. Maybe he brings it out again this map. Yeah. It's just too dominant for us. Like, let's get that off the table. Or ante up. We haven't practiced a lot with it, but BL Fire has. He obviously knows something a little bit more than we do. Let's get that one off the table in the ban and protect phase. And it's those small little kind of sacrifices you have to make as a team that can make or break a series. As we head into this one, predictions for me, I think this one's going to be pretty high scoring, honestly. I think that this is one where when a team gets control of kind of the opposing team's base, they're just going to rally in that drone. Yeah. And
this one also, too, is very, very favorite, base-heavy favorite, right? I'm trying to remember which side it was. I'm not that smart.
It's more like a preferred type side.
Yeah,
I think,
preferred side where you
definitely
can attack from.
Trying to push towards that laundry side.
Yeah.
You get a player sitting right outside glass, a player sitting top glass. You have one person move the drone in. It's easy 1-point tosses. We'll see, though, what these teams are able to get done. We're going to watch, let's watch Clayster off the start. Has that M8 in hand. We'll see what perk he's rocking with. Going with that perk 3 greed, attack mask, as well as blast suppressor. He's going to push right towards middle map. That drone, though, spawning up in glass. It looks like this is going to be a full 3-on-3 engagement at the start.
All right in the middle there, just the way I like it. Just clash heads right away and just fight it out in the mid. But it seems like right now, a lot of trades coming through. BL Fire looking to bring this one in. He's going to slide up right through the staircase here, right through the zigzag, and just try and push forward. But he has to be so cautious. Goes in for the whack there, but he's not going to be able to follow it up because Enable's there for the stop.
More pressure through middle map from CLG. You can see that's going to be their game plan on this side. Heads up stuff from them. Perplexo now finding himself near kitchen with not a player in sight. The rotation back towards the drone. BL Fire expect to see him in this position throughout this entire game. Zuma tries to go for the challenge. He's just going to do his best to stay alive. Beautiful trade coming in from Felony. It looks like CLG are beginning to win the gun engagements near this objective.
Yeah, and of course, BL Fire had no idea that that player was just hanging out right by the water there. So there goes Felony. Let's see if he's going to have another strong performance again. He's starting up so far pretty good in this match, you know, but gets shut out by Zuma right away. There goes that drone there, up for grabs. Who's going to go for it? Seems like CLG's Methods is going to have that one in hand. Toss it over to the FaZe side, but it won't happen right now.
And here's an example of an opportunity for FaZe to score. They just don't have anybody watching out for them. The players spawning up and rushing right through middle map. They're able to get a couple due to the help of Zuma. Now the drone being pushed in. There goes Clayster, and he'll wind up connecting with the dunk. 8-1 performance from Enable off the start. Let's see what streaks he's earning himself off the respawn. He also gets Lightning as well as Hellstorm. He's got Heatwave as well. You know, Enable known for his Heatwave play. A 1-point opportunity missed there by FaZe. The Cerberus actually already down in for FaZe. We wound up missing that one. My apologies. It's Enable with a flawless start to this game. Off at a 8-0.
Brilliant placement as well with the Cerberus right inside of the enemy base, right? That's a problem that they're going to have to deal with eventually, right?
Only a slight problem.
Only a slight problem. You know, you just have like an angry R2-D2 flying around, just shooting the crap out of everyone. But here comes Felony, though, looking for the dunk, and he's going to manage to put this one in. Huge play there, as it's going to be 2-2.
That's 3 dead.
3 dead, but Enable staying alive and getting the kills. That's big for them, right? They definitely needed that one, at the very least, to keep things slow and steady and play into FaZe's favor. But there goes the Cerberus again, man, just causing so many problems.
It's finding its way across the map, attached.
It has a mind of its own.
Oh, yeah, and now this is where you begin to wonder, you know, FaZe, they've got someone in the back of their spawn. The drone now being pushed up by Felony. He'll be able to get another dunk, now 4-2. He was 100 away from his own Cerberus. That's 3 dead, but look at the positioning on the map. No one pushed up far enough for FaZe. Psychosis being used. Clayster will find the 4th, and FaZe should have full peace of mind. Hey, our base is clear. Let's now push up as a unit and try to get ourselves back into this game.
Oh, but 2 kills there are going to be netted, and if Felony, no, he cannot get that kill on Zuma. But still, though, right, for the time being, that just slows things down, and the fact that CLG were able to get possession of the ball again just shows who is in control in this matchup. And a huge toss in here. Can he get it? No.
Nice.
He does. He does get it.
That's actually a toss that bounces off the building that Zuma is in right now, inside that kind of corner building. Something we saw from Pac-Man actually earlier on. Sharp was the one that posted a video of it on Twitter. Couldn't believe the shot and the angle he had. It connects, and now a 2-possession game in favor of CLG. Attached does get 2. Lead blocking, though, greatly done by CLG. Trades on the kills coming in left and right. Enable still holding on to 2 of those streaks, and it does look like FaZe have gotten the better of that one.
Clayster's waiting to see if anyone's going to come through here for the challenge, and he does find one in front, but he can't do much about that one. Luckily for him, Zuma, who honestly, you know, I've been seeing him pop up on the scoreboard quite a bit. Despite him being 6-10 recently, he's been putting in the work here, which is the most important bit. Clayster, though, you expect a strong showing out of him always. Meanwhile, BL Fire on the other side, 11-8, Felony 11-10, pretty much what we saw in that first matchup.
I mean, not only has BL Fire impressed me in the league, but now on land here at UMG South Carolina, he's continuing to hold his own against the likes of Clayster and Enable. Enable currently, though, at 14-8 after that very hot start. He's dancing around in the water, swimming, taking a couple baths. Finally, Methods does juke him out. He'll get the kill, and that's map advantage over to CLG as they try to push up the objective. And
again, you know, who gets control of the drone one more time? CLG, right? Like, this has just been a nonstop thing, but he thought his teammate was going to be there for the pickup. Attach with a triple kill, and that was a huge stop for them. Now they can make some progress happen and potentially get this one forward. Maybe get one more on the board. There goes that Annihilator, but Methods can't do much with it.
That's 3 dead now for CLG. Attach is still swimming, though, pulling a Parasite there as he'll begin to push up this drone.
Kills.
He's got one more player to beat in the base. He's got a lead blocker here. Attach going forward. He's got his teammate there to bait him out. And now Attach tries to go for the dunk, and he gets it. 5-4. FaZe bring the game within 1. As at the half, it's going to be Enable still with these streaks. He'll get the final kill in those moments. Great push from FaZe. And things to point out there, right, is Methods put so much into that first push into FaZe's base. Yes, Attach did use that kinetic armor to pick up 3 kills, but Methods pops his Annihilator in FaZe's spawn. Can't get much done with it as Clayster shut him down. They got the kills across the map they needed, and a beautiful use of the wall running kind of momentum-based movement speed by Attach to get the dunk in. FaZe within 1 point. CLG, though, man, they continue to impress me, doing their best against FaZe now on land.
You know, one of the things to keep in mind too, right, is you know, a specialist like the Annihilator is not one that you want to pop in the middle of a crowd like that, right? You know, of course, Scythe, that probably would work out a little bit better. But the Annihilator, you know, especially with how frantic things were, it just requires so much patience to be able to get those shots off. But now Balefire, he needs to be the playmaker. They know that death is coming through this door, but Zuma able to stay alive long enough to make that stop happen there. Here comes attachment. Ooh, he gets stopped mid-air. Tell him, hold that, son, as Methods is going to bring this drone forward, looking to make the toss happen. And that is going to do it. It's going to put them into a 2-point lead. Felony can't stay alive, but the damage has been done.
Nicely done there by CLG. Not only did they kind of hold off their base, but they pushed forward with the drone and made it happen. Zuma did kill that Scythe, but you can see it was enough of a distraction to cause the rest of his team to die without him there. And now it's Felony using that lightning strike. Will pick up Zuma from FaZe. CLG just trying to kind of hold down this glass area, trying to stall out time for as long as possible.
Good stop for attach, but there you go.
This should be a green light for FaZe right now to go for this drone.
I knew that Hellstorm from Enable was going to cause a problem, and that's exactly what happened. It's going to open up the floodgates here for attach, but he has no help here. Goes in for the melee, though. Can he get another one? And I got it.
Don't worry,
I'm
don't
like
worry.
old and I didn't notice it. But anyway, he gets that dunk, and that is going to be 6-6. All tied up, people.
Placer needs to go huge right now.
I was about to lose my damn mind.
And
like, look at him.
Die. The 5-second respawn timer has come in. Method's now pushing up this drone, and I mean, this is going to wind up being a dunk because we see a lot of times teams will wind up waiting before going in for the dunk on the other side of the map. Now it's the same scenario as it's Felony by himself. The respawn timer should come in time for CLG to hold off their base, and Felony played this one so well. He stayed hidden, and oh, he picks up the 2-piece. That's not right.
But he slowed him down. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. 101. Just slow him down. Prevent them from making any moves. But Attach here can cause a lot of problems, but he cannot stay alive.
He got himself a Cerberus as well, so Attach sitting at 16 and 14.
Throw that one right in their base, man.
He winds up earning himself a mini robot. Now he's going to begin to push up. They've also got a lightning strike still in the back pocket of Enable. The lightning gets called in, and now FaZe know this is the time to strike. Enable grabbing that drone. Now they're going to push the agenda as they go into CLG's base.
All right, let's see what FaZe can do here. Of course, 2 players in front. They know where he's pushing from.
Kinetic armor so darn good.
Yeah, that thing will keep you alive. And a potential dunk here, or toss up perhaps, and he gets the heat wave. Tosses that one forward. That's going to be a point on the board for FaZe. Huge play for them, man. You know, they're keeping this game within 1. They're keeping it nice and close. And you know what, Courage, you mentioned before. You said you think this is going to be a pretty high-scoring game, and you're exactly right. This has been a slobber knocker.
Already at 15 between these two teams. You can see the Cerberus holding down the glass side of the map. Zuma electing to run this one right through middle map, and the CLG player has no idea that this just happened. He winds up dunking it in, and FaZe take their lead of the game, up 9-8. 2 minutes remaining. They still got a Cerberus on the map. They've got control of CLG's base. This can get out of hand quick, boys and girls, if CLG don't stop the bleeding now.
First lead here for FaZe as well in this matchup. There goes Psychosis, causing all kinds of problems, and he's able to get the dunk there. 8-11 is the score, and FaZe is on a roll. Of course, you got to give credit where credit is due to Enable, who is on a 5-kill streak there because of that darn Cerberus. Is just so good. Man, look at that. If only we all can have just a...
And look, this is another scoring opportunity. Now, watch Zuma. He should wind up holding off here. No, he'll go right for it. He did have teammates back by the drone. Trusting Enable to stop this push. Now it's going to be Methods waiting for the objective to drop back in. They've got one player spawning up in their base. He's getting tagged from behind. He should be able to get the shot off. But as I say that, the Hellstorm drops down on him and ends him in his tracks. FaZe, what a performance on side number 2. They've completely blown open the floodgates, up by 5 points at the moment. 3 possessions as well. Golden Boy, I mean, I think this game's over.
Yeah, I mean, especially with that Cerberus now hanging around by the ball, right, or by the drone, like that is definitely going to cause a lot of problems. Yeah, you're right there, Courage. I cannot see CLG coming back into this one. And what a great start for CLG as well to be in control for so much of this game. I mean, they have to make plays right now. And I just do not see that happening, especially with the way that they're holding. You know, they know the lanes that they want to push for. This is probably going to be a point there, but they have 40 seconds to make 4. Can they do that? Can they get the dunks in there? I just don't know if it's possible.
It's still possible, but look at the minimap right now. Look at all the red arrows on top of the drone. And don't forget, they still have the Cerberus. It finally gets taken down after what was, 2 minutes of presence on the map. Attach winning the close-range gun battles. Zuma gets another kill there. And Gold Boy, this one's locked up as FaZe Clan win it 13 and possibly even more to 9. CLG with a great first half, just not able to close it out there. as Glaciers is going to run up this one and try to add insult to injury.
Yeah, well, I don't know if CLG is going to allow that one to happen. Maybe they will, but yeah, I mean, you know, those were the Annihilator shots that Methods needed before.
Exactly.
But regardless of the fact, though, I mean, it was a strong showing out of CLG. They looked like they were in that driver's seat. I mean, they were in that driver's seat pretty much the entire game, but around the 3-minute warning, 2-minute warning around that point there, you know, just FaZe ran away with it, right? And I think you got to give the credit where credit is due to Enable. This guy showed up big time. You know, he got that Cerberus down at the perfect moment. That allowed them, you know, the Cerberus was the lead blocker, right?
Yep.
It was getting the kills that was necessary, and they were able to just rack up, you know, points in the back of that base. That was a tough one for CLG to deal with.
He earned himself Cerberus that game. 2 of them. Because remember, first minute of the game.
Did you just do that?
I did.
You couldn't just
apologize.
say 2 Cerberus score
Nope.
streaks. You got to say
Sounds better.
Cerberus.
You know?
Is that even like the way you say it?
Oh, no, definitely not.
Okay,
I've
I
heard a
was
couple
fine.
people say it. I'm going to keep running with it. I love weird words like that. That's why I
Okay.
coined the term yup
I'm not going to lie, though, man. I did have a senior moment. I thought he was going to get that double kill with the ball, and I was going to lose my
great.
damn mind.
That was great. Can he find the second? Oh, that's okay.
That's his teammate, you know, because
Oh,
he's
that's
red,
actually-
but his enemy was red. You know, some things threw me off a little bit there.
You know
In
what?
my old age, I'm trying to keep up with all the young bucks now.
It's all right. You're doing a great job up here. I'll tell you,
But,
man.
yeah.
Well, for taking a break.